Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Ultraviolet Grasslands. My name is Eric. I'm EricVulgaris everywhere. Pronouns they or he. I'm ready to rock and roll again in this crazy psychedelic wasteland RPG. We have a new guest with us this time around. We heard about them last, though, because we saved the best for last here in the UVG. So, Adam, I guess I inadvertently made a value statement as the first, which I did not mean to do that with. So, take it away.
Hey, I'm Adam, he, him, and myself and Vesh are all ready to continue our wonderful adventure with people that can roll much better than me, like Lauren. How are you, Lauren?
Hi, I'm Lauren. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Naturna, who just got real beefy in level ups, and also uses she, her pronouns, and has better stats than everybody else.
You're not wrong. Somehow there's two Adams. What did I do?
I've noticed that, and so my voice is coming out of Adam's closed mouth. My name is Greg Ellis.
Go.
Oh,
I peeled off the face.
Face off.
It was a vestigial cam left over. I'm sorry about that.
No worries. So my name's Grant. I'm an independent content creator for tabletop role-playing games. I'm super happy to be back here on the UVG, where I play Lochloin, the Cogflower Necromancer lawyer, who has grown 2 hearts and developed 5 curses.
What a stellar resume.
Yeah.
And we have a new fellow joining us this time around.
Hello, I'm Andrew, or Drummer Boy, he, him pronouns. I make music, put it on the internet. You can find it on Spotify. I make music for roleplay, most of Roll20's Twitch content, and I'm the lead sound designer. I can make music, but I can't talk, apparently. Over at nerdordie.com, which is like a streamer asset store. So, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I love
Should I say my character, or should we do that?
No, tell us.
And my name is Halfstack, a dwarf fighter, roadie extraordinaire. Carrying a band around the Ultraviolet Grasslands for the last probably 2 decades until shenanigans ensue.
Yeah, cool. We'll hear more about Halfstack in a moment. So, where we last left off our hesitantly say heroes, we were still cruising through the grasslands. We were leaving the last Sarai, the home to the Spectrum Satraps, and we were heading through some pretty dangerous terrain. I'm going to move us to the game screen so we can follow the map here a little. I'll zoom in to where we were. We went from the last Sarai, diagonal through the death-facing passage, also the north-facing passage on this map that I have, and then heading off to the Grass Colossus. The Grass Colossus being one of the central meeting points for some of the lime nomad tribes, or the citrus nomads, I should say, who we have sort of had some encounters with before. We have several reasons for being here. Harold, who is currently ill, cannot join us, but they had a little spill on the grasslands, but they're okay. I should put in quotes. So they will be currently resting and recuperating through this entire trip. But anyways, I let the rest of the party kind of get into their reasons and all that stuff while we're here. Let's just blend that into what we see live now.
Yeah. Go ahead, Eric. Keep going.
Yeah. So the party is cresting the hills, and we see it's pretty late in the grasslands here. We're cresting these hills, overlooking, and with a dark, deep purplish sky is being lit up by several fires and deep, heavy plumes of smoke underneath the stalwart picture of a giant man made out of wicker, out of like thorny brush. And when I say giant, I mean several hundred feet tall. That one of the largest structure, the craft of you have no idea how this thing is still up, but it stands defiantly, proudly across these hills, and you can kind of see around it several semi-permanent structures set up, sort of not quite like a caravanserai, like not quite like a sarai like we've seen. However, you can see a multitude of people and you see there are fires around these people. They're all, you can already from here you can begin to smell the smells of cinnamon and cloves and fresh cooking meat, as well as the sharp smells of cilantro and lime. There is barbecues going on. It's a musical celebration. There are sounds and smells that, while the porcelain princes and the spectrum satraps are the sort of megalopolises of this world here in the grasslands, these are unique and powerful, and there's a sense of ancient tradition in these places. Tread carefully. You are probably going to be viewed as outlanders here. And so as we make our way kind of like down into the main humdrum here, you can kind of see that there is pretty obviously a dichotomy at work here. There is a split between the sort of privileged and unprivileged, as it is throughout the grasslands. Here, the elites are the several tribes of the nomads who you do not get a chance to talk to, or Lord help you, do not even make eye contact with, being outsiders, and they are kept closest to the Colossus. Everyone else gets to go in the outside raids. And as we're traveling through here, let's play some tunes to kind of represent the sort of sounds and mixes and beats that is going on through the grasslands here. Because it's a party afoot. The smell of weed hangs thick in the air. You guys are all running around, and I think you guys might be looking for a hook, someone who could maybe guide you, a site that could perhaps aid you, and you come across that as you come across a old 1970s GMC looking, with a mural painted on it, van. Adorned on it are several spikes, but with the doors flat open, hanging out the side is Drummer Boy's character. Would you mind introducing or physically describing the characters that are onlooking, what your character would be doing here at the party?
Yeah. I think Halfstack has got his wafting citrusy caramel smell from his stogie. And it's 4'7", very small. That's why they call him Halfstack. Built like a tank. It's gigantic arms. And then maybe in the back seat you can see just the handle, the gnarly metal spiked handle of a weapon. He's just sitting there in the driver's seat of the van. The dashboard, it's not a traditional van. There's no steering wheel or anything. It's just a giant mixing console as the driving apparatus. And just making sure everything's fine. Looking over once in a while over at a small group of people. And just smoking his stogie and kind of hanging out the side of his van.
Who would be the first to introduce themselves? Yeah, the leader. Sure. So, Naturna, describe your character again briefly as they meet Halfstack here.
So Naturna is riding. Is it a horse with horns or a horse covered in spikes? I was never 100% sure.
Both. A horse with horns covered in spikes is a black figure with a cyan plague mask and two guns at her hip. One is an old timey gun and one is a super cool looking blaster. And she jumps off her horse and grabs Lochloin's hand and pulls him along and is hello, excuse me, do you know, is there a doctor or somebody who can, oh, that's not her voice. Hello, excuse me, is there somebody who can remove curses or a doctor or something? My friend needs a doctor.
Take the thing out of his mouth and be doctors. I look over and point to like a rich-looking man. Be like, he looks like a doctor.
Do you think he can remove a curse?
I have no idea. Do you have curse insurance?
I mean, he probably does. He's a lawyer.
A lawyer can't find a doctor? I thought they could smell each other.
You're not
Muted,
very
Grant.
helpful.
Lockloin assumes he's being sold to the dwarf and is terrified right now.
No.
I'll
Just so
throw
Andrew knows, yeah, I hear all spoken language backwards right now because I'm cursed. So I have no idea.
Sick.
Yeah.
If you relay that, I'm like, oh. Yeah. Okay. I'll throw the stogie in my mouth and like hop out of my truck or like the van. And the van is like, it's pretty big. And then Hasdog jumps out and he barely reaches the top of the tire or whatever. And they're like, come on, follow me. And he'll lead them over to like the medical tent.
Yeah, there isn't really a medical tent, but I think you will be leading yourself over to that gentleman you described. He is a older man, definitely decadent out in the saffron style. He looks about as old as Harold does, so hella old in years. He is. You can see that one of his arms has been replaced with several like servo mechanical cranks, and think of kind of like I'm imagining sort of like an extra arm that comes off the bottom of it too, kind of like General Grievous. You know, like there's like multiple arm kind of situations that come off as that he's holding two drinks with, and he's conversing with some friends. He looks to be like a merchant of some kind, bald. But kind of stocky. He seems to be having a hard time introducing himself to these people, though, right? He's like, he's trying to find a way to butt himself into this conversation as you show up.
Who is he trying to talk to?
He's trying to talk to what looks to be one of the most badass safari hunters you've ever seen. It looks to be a monocle-wearing ranger. She has... She's just built like a brick. Let's say she has curly black hair that comes down to about what's like Cleopatra kind of like, but not straight. It's kind of curly, but like has like a bob. Is it a bob? Is it called a bob? Tell me it's a bob, right?
Yeah,
it's a bob.
bob.
Okay, good.
It's bob.
Yeah, it has a bob, and she has a very pretty monocle. And like one of those like saffron ranger, like it's like, you know, those like ranger hats that like with one of the caps goes up side of it, and there's like several teeth in it, you know, kind of like an outback kind of thing. She's not on a horse or anything like that, but you can see she is totally dressed from her travels and is enjoying a stogie as well. Let's see, who else are they talking to? It looks to be you're talking. Oh, that's very interesting. She's apparently she has her arm around a much older lady, perhaps the same age here as this saffron merchant. They seem to be familiarly related because they also have some delicate black long blocks, or delicate curly black bobs. I can use words.
Are these any of these people that he's trying to like butt in the conversation? Are they people that I would know here?
You've seen them before. They have a reputation amongst themselves as being pretty fierce travelers. They're definitely not nomads, right?
Yeah.
You haven't met
none of the former bandmates though, right?
No. Your former bandmate is currently in the inner circle, getting ready for their rites.
Yeah.
But you could totally talk to that person. Here, if let's answer this question for you, if you know this person or not. Here, make an intelligence check for me. You've been here for a while. You've had to, and as people have flocked for your friend's wedding, maybe you've bumped into this person and rubbed shoulders or not. So let's say an intelligence check here. So just roll intelligence. Just click the intelligence button next to it. You're at normal dice.
Normal?
Yeah, just roll under. A success. You do. You know this man is Gerondo the Yellow. You know that Gerondo Gerondo has what they're looking for, but Gerondo has also been lying to you. You're not sure what exactly he is, but he's not a good merchant. But he definitely has what they need.
Jerry. I'll just like saunter up to him.
Yeah.
If he's not looking at me, I'll like tug at his jacket. Jerry.
Excuse me, ladies. He turns around and he looks at you all. He's like, yes. Can I help you?
I'll like look over to
Lockloin?
Oh, sorry, I didn't change my name. Noturna.
Materna. I'll just like turn, like, kind of like gesture and like gesture to them, like kind of
Yes.
hand gesture introducing.
Sure. He's like, what seems? Are you any relation to the bride or the groom?
Maybe, I'm not sure. But are you experienced in the removal of curses?
He smirks and says, "That sounds like a trade. You want to trade?" And he smirks.
Only if you are experienced in the removal of curses. I don't want to trade you otherwise.
He gets on a very patronizing tone to you and says, "You must know one thing. Us Yellowlanders are the best at removing curses. Ever since the Blue Lands rebellions and the obsession with their evil, wicked gods, it has been us who have been restoring the ancient roads of travel." Excuse me, it's these healing herbs they sell here. They're delicious, but affect my lungs.
Oh. I thought a Yellowlander would be able to handle that.
I'll like choke a little bit.
Yeah. He raises an eyebrow and quizzically. You do not spend much time with the nomads, then. They have the best stuff. And he passes it to you. In order to proceed with him, and he do the trade, you're definitely gonna have to take a toke of the of the spliff.
I will do the drugs.
Do the drugs. All right.
Best way to get XP in this.
Make a con save to see if you don't just start coughing up and looking like an amateur here. If you can
Okay.
maintain your negotiating level with this.
My awesomeness.
soul,
I mean,
right? Because this is you take a deep hit, a 3. Look at that, stone cold.
He insulted the Blue Lantern.
I know he did, and you're like, I mean nothing about this. I know it's perfect. Doesn't even know that you're a Blue Lander, right?
No.
So you take it from your. You have to flip up your mask though, right? To smoke.
Oh yeah, because it has haze stuff. So
Yeah. So is it
Yeah,
just a
I'll
matter of
flip it
like
up.
you only see the bottom part of your lips as like it's half raised up, kind of like at eye level, and you're just like you see it flare or
Yeah.
what?
yeah, I'll just flip it up a little bit.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just describe success here. Like, do you blow it in their face? Is it just like real chill, like nothing, ain't no thing to you?
Yeah, I'm polite. I won't like
Okay.
blow it in their face.
Sure. Perhaps I have misjudged you. Please come to my tent.
She's gonna take Lockloin's hand again and like pull him along.
Yeah, with my blank eyeballs, I just kind of follow along. No one knows exactly where I'm looking.
Good. I've had my wares build my yurt from me, and my yurt is the finest yurt that any traveler could have. Obviously not as good as the Khan's, but you'll see. And you go by, and the yurt's pretty decent. It looks to be made of similar hazmat material that we've seen before. Very industrial. Looks to be relatively new as opposed to old and maintained. So think of basically like a white hospital pavilion tent with the little the medical dripping things down, right? Yeah, and you go in. You can see that there are about 6 or so. You're not really sure exactly what their genders are because they're all sort of wearing like. Is it what's the Muslim shawl thing that cover the face wear?
Veils.
Yeah, just the veils, right? They're all just wearing veils. But you can definitely kind of tell by the size and shape of them. It's a bunch of men, women, ambiguous types throughout here. And it's like, thank you. Can you please? And he just kind of just gestures, and they all just silently leave, all wearing the same color, the brilliant saffron-G orange yellow of his. And it's like, good. Now we have the place to ourselves. I hate when the merchandise try to listen in to the negotiations. I'm always afraid they're trying to buy their way out. And good. So let me see the cursed one. Bring them forth.
She's gonna like turn to Lochloin and try as best she can to say it's going to be okay backwards.
I'll walk up with like I'll walk up with a tiny device, record your voice, then play it backwards.
Ooh. I look like a child that has just recognized a loved one's voice for the first time. I'm just, whoa.
And then I'll flip you the recorder. I'm just like, just in case this doesn't work. And the guy's kind of a piece of work.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and then I'll motion towards this Geraldo. Gerald.
I think you should just say it Geraldo like the whole time.
Okay.
Because he's
I just call him Jerry.
Yeah.
I go forward.
Okay. He looks you over. He's going to examine you. You do know that your curses are readily apparent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way I can hide these. Things are just rotting around me. My eyes are blank. Every now and then the dark one speaks.
Yeah.
The reversed hearing. You could hide that one.
Decently.
He curses in Violet. Mon Dieu! And as he sees you, for what you are, Sacre Bleu! As you are clearly cursed by the rock gods, and looks at you. He seems like betrayed, like you have come to kill him, right? With sending someone as cursed as you, someone who could only have been affected by necromancy of the Blue Lands.
I'm not looking for my rock curses to be taken away. I'm looking for my magic curses to be taken away. There's a difference.
He thinks they're one and the same as he sees things.
Oh, he's not very good.
He's very cursed. He can't hear us talk properly.
He slaps his hands as his merchandise comes back in, and he's like, "You must leave. This will not do. This will not do.
No, please.
No, out. You have to forcibly persuade him.
Yeah, I just might be able to do that.
Okay, go for it.
I'm looking at him with my blank eyeballs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, what do you value most in here?
Looks to his collection of slaves.
I'm gonna hold my little twiddle hands up, and I pull out an old milk cap. You see, we used to throw these on the ground and try to flip other pogs over. And I just hold it and let it rot in my hand. I look at the slaves. I look at him. I can do this. I can rot them all.
He laughs and is like, "You think this your yurt isn't warded?" Yeah, he's coughing up a lung, but he is
Well, if I'm in here, it clearly
audibly
is.
laughing.
I have a question about my blaster.
Mm-hmm.
So the notes I took, the very good notes I took on this blaster were hurts ghosts, comma, can blind people.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a blind setting on the gun, or is it just like if they don't die, they might be blind?
I don't think you're the type of character who would be dumb to like have the switch accidentally in a way that it's not. So I presume there's a setting. They're little like single fire, multi-fire, safety, select kind of thing. Imagine something like that. Or whatever a 1920s ray gun, big, or like 50s, big circle, Flash Gordon-y kind of thing, right?
She holds out the gun.
Yeah. Pointed
Please do it. I pointed at him.
Ah.
I say, please do it.
Okay.
Or else I'm going to make you blind and let all your slaves run away.
Now, you have caught me at a disadvantage, but the cons were not like this. I am quite a popular person.
Do you think they would like somebody so blessed by the rot god to walk into their festivities?
Touché, mon cher. And like, let me go to my bag. No rolls necessary. You convinced him that you're right. It couldn't be. This would just play out actually pretty bad, and he'll probably wind up dead. So he will look at you. This is gonna hurt. As he says, as he pulls out a large syringe, completely comically oversized.
Oh no!
Are you okay? Is everything okay?
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to take one for the team.
While he's holding his biomechanical hands are holding the syringe, he hands you a fresh spliff. And it's like, you're gonna want to take this, kid.
I do it.
Yeah. On save.
No regrets. Who, me?
Yeah.
At least it's like a 50-50 chance. Yes.
Cool. All right. It affects you well. It will give you advantage on this number. You will be taking the lowest of 2d6 points of damage as this syringe has to go into your body, and you're ratchet in pain as it sears the curse in your bloodstream.
So double ones.
Well, that's a 1. Double ones. Look at that. Easy. So you take 1 point of harm. And all of a sudden, your ears are ringing. But you can hear again. The syringe crumbles to ash.
Did it work?
I turn slowly. And I nod. I say, thank you, Naterna. Hi, how are you?
Goodness. And she's just like gonna go hug him.
Yeah, my blank eyeballs bulge a little.
Worried about you.
Oh, I appreciate it. I had never felt so lonely, not since I sat for the bar, at least. And I don't know how I can ever repay you.
I mean, you've done so much for me and Mother. This was nothing.
Oh. Well.
Mother?
Yes. Mother.
It's attorney-client privilege.
The upstart in the porcelain throne?
Allegedly.
Mother.
I advise you not to answer that.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for your help. We're going to go now. Goodbye.
the slaves block off your exit.
Ooh.
It says, Rot God heresy, I could probably look the other way. But slave uprisers supporters. Never. And we fighting.
When you say never, okay. So initiative?
Yes, initiative.
All right.
So drummer, it's roll a dexterity check. If you pass, you go before the enemies. If you fail, you go after them.
Ugh.
Do it.
Ooh.
Cool. So in the yurt of the slaver, who successfully has
Just me.
turn it? No.
Hey.
Oh,
Vesh.
Vesh.
Not
sorry.
the donkey Vesh,
Yeah.
but
I missed Vesh. Thank you,
Yeah,
Vesh.
I didn't switch my
Okay.
name.
so you two have a chance to act. You do.
All right. Do you want to go first?
Let's position ourselves in this tent first, so I understand kind of the situation. We've got a bunch of people behind us who may or may not particularly care to be here, and then random dude with who has helped us, and as far as we're concerned, is expendable at this point. In front of us, we have us four in kind of a line between. Is it a sandwich? Is that the thought? Or all
Yeah.
right.
I was just going to blind him.
I think you should go first then.
Okay.
You had your hand on your gun anyway.
Yeah, I did.
Hit it.
I'll blind him.
Okay. So go ahead and let's just treat this like you would if you were shooting.
Okay.
So a dexterity check, I think. Can you roll a disadvantage for me?
A disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has things.
I do it anyway.
Yep, you do it anyways. Awesome. Cool. The hit strikes true. I presume he's blinded, right?
Yeah.
That was the word.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, totally. Yeah. And yeah, his eyes. My eyes. Yeah.
I'm going to turn around and say, Mother has a place to the slaves. Mother has a place for you if you wish to leave.
Nice. On their turn, they will have to do some reevaluations.
Any immediate facial reaction on that end? How much?
No,
should I-
they're all wearing like niqabs, so
Yeah, it's the worst. Can't tell anything.
Or you could maybe see
They
their
shuffle.
eyes.
They shuffle, but they shuffle their feet a little bit. You don't know if that's because they're preparing to fight to defend their master, or if they're relaxing.
How big? This tent is big enough for. We got 10 people in here. Is it a comfy for 10 people?
It is comfy for 10 people. Once again, it's a very, very precious, nice yurt.
All right, I'm crossing to behind this dude with my knife, and I've got it at his back, but not poking yet. And I just want to hold position there, keep an eye out for stuff, keep a listen. He's not doing any weird contacting. He doesn't have a radio that I can tell. None of that weird stuff. Yeah.
Oh, no. He definitely has. He definitely has some sort of magical device on his back.
Well, we'll leave it there for now.
Yeah, it's got an antenna on it, but you don't know what it is. You haven't seen something like this before. You spent a lot of time in the Yellowlands, the Orange.
Oh
Probably
gosh,
not.
no.
Sage's character might know what this is, but not you.
Sage's character would probably have already laid the hammer down.
Yeah.
No, I'm behind him and I'm pulling my cape out, and I'm gonna tie his hands behind his back if I can.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, this will require a strength check to grab him.
Well, let's give that a
An
shot. then.
advantage because he's blinded and it's kind of surprising him, right? But
Yes.
he's still strong and will try to resist you.
Sounds good to me. How about no?
Ooh, okay. That's not very good. Cool. As you try to grab him, you see his metal robo arm kind of like combined into a super arm, and like throws you back. Can you make a dexterity check for me too as you get thrown back into the side of the tent?
Can I? I mean, maybe. Let's see. That would be a
Ooh.
no.
Okay. Can you take a d6 points of damage as you are thrown like on your back hard and you run into like a box of supplies?
Bye, folks.
Okay. With a big crunch. I think you land on, I think you land on a needle, you know? I think it makes perfect sense that you got stabbed by a needle.
Oh, no.
So you crumble to the floor. That's your HP, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you two have gone. It's their turn now. He's going to go and try to grab Lochloin, right? With his arm and like lift you up by like your throat and basically kind of crush you. But he can't. He has to find you, right? So can you try to dodge this, right? As he's trying to look around for you, like he's just like, "Where are you, blue heretic? Where are you?" As he's
Do I have
swinging
advantage
around.
because he's blind?
Totally, right?
All right. Don't fail me, dice. I failed.
That's a 14 on a 14. That's a fail. Rah! So you're able to like duck the first blow, but then behind him, like his arm swerves back. The servo's rear as it grabs you. It can bend like 180 degrees backwards, like an arm, and maybe that's why you weren't expecting it. And it's like, ha ha ha! I can smell you. And he's going to try to crush you.
Delicious.
Cool. Can you make another strength check to avoid this?
Yeah.
Well, no, wait. I guess I should say you just actually no. You would just take the damage, and if you had
I
armor,
think so.
you could reduce via armor. You just take a d6 points of damage for me, please.
Okay. You shake and shake the ketchup bottle. I lose 3 hit points, and then I cry.
Okay. And he has you like grappled right in his arm. The slaves, though. Let's see here. I guess because Turner, you said it on their turn. Can you actually make a charisma check to see how effective that was at advantage?
At advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. I do
Ooh,
it.
it's a 3. Yes. So and as Lochloin is getting their throat kind of like crushed, like the windpipe of them, all 6 of the slaves come around and grab the arm, and it's like, what is it? What is this? As they break all the arm off the slaver and begin to beat it.
Woohoo!
Freeing you, Lochloin, as he is going to die by his own slaves.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good roll there. So, half stack. Pretty gruesome. These are the friends you made.
Right as like after I probably like after he handed I can't remember your character's name. Naterna. There we go. After I handed Naterna the recorder that could reverse playback, I'm like, Jerry's gonna do something dumb, and I go back to my van to grab my weapon, and probably just as I walk in and he's dead, I'm like, all right, Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
Ooh. Yeah. All we see is like the mass of like orange bodies and like the full cloth and stuff, and then you just see them all just like beating the crap out of this thing on the ground, and you just see like one arm kind of like so often, right? And you're like, yeah, it's just bad. No one else seems to have known. Like, it's pretty raucous outside.
Well, I guess I didn't need my axe.
No, but I appreciate you getting it in case.
And
Yeah, we should probably leave.
Is it an axe or a guitar axe?
It's both.
no.
If you know BC Rich, it's a mockingbird. It's named Mockingbird.
Amazing.
No, you cannot leave, says one of the slaves. You must
All right,
take us
is it
to
my
this
turn
mother.
now?
Yeah. We're out of initiative.
Okay, Because I was going to say, I was just
cannot
going to cast sleep, and every nearby creature could potentially fall asleep.
Right.
But every time I do one of these spells, I tend to hear things backwards or lose my pupils or...
No, you
What?
must take us to this mother.
Oh,
I'm down with that.
yes. It's been some time since I've seen Mother. Vesh, I think there was something you wanted to do here, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, Vesh
He
needs-
groans from the corner
Oh,
where he's
Vesh!
completely
Oh,
unconscious.
gosh.
You roll Vesh over, and he has absolutely landed on the business end of a injection needle.
Oh,
Straight D6, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Out of action. 2.
That is the
Okay.
fathead disadvantage. I'm feeling a little woozy.
Yeah, you got injected with some sort of chemical stuff, right?
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah,
Everything around here is totally fine.
perfect. Love it. Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
I'm gonna walk over
My
and like,
friends, my capitalist friends.
if I can smell like the whatever he landed on, I'm like, can I tell if this is deadly or not, or is it
You-
just like a drug?
You know it's not deadly. You don't have to make a roll there. You smell it. It smells like cardamom, which is probably an antihistamine.
Hmm.
But it's in a very high dose. Getting stabbed is going to mean that you're going to be real woozy. You're going to be on what's it called? Xanax. What's the? I think it's Xanax.
Hmm.
Way too much Xanax.
Would a cure disease mend him from this condition?
Yes.
I can attempt to do that.
If he-
Right, Vesh.
I don't know if Vesh wants to be cured. He feels
Yeah.
great.
I'm feeling just fine. If I wasn't about to die again, I'd be feeling better, but I'm feeling just fine.
Well, do you want me to stop you from dying so soon?
I mean, that would be excellent. That way it would be a little safer on our way to the place where I can find some black gold.
All right.
Contact. That's right.
We'll take him back to my van. At least there's a little bit quieter.
Yes. We have. She's going to turn to the slaves. She says, we have some business to attend to here, but when we're ready to leave, we will take you.
No, you cannot abandon us. We have risked so much.
We'll just
Please. Please. And they're going to show up to you, and you like they pull up their sleeve, and you can see marked on their arm is sort of like the same decals that you see on the back of like a van. It's like, I have a family.
We're not leaving forever. We're just. I promise. Conrad Vesh has some things to take care of, but then
You have saved our lives. We will come with you.
okay.
Yes.
Sure.
They're like skeleton turns, only
No,
faster.
they're people.
No. Yeah, I'm with no Turner.
They're wonderful people who have freed themselves from terrible subjugation and will find the love of Mother.
And with an entourage, you might be able to fake your way into the inner circle.
Oh, I suppose. Vesh, do you need to go into the inner circle?
I hope not. Where's my contact? That's where it is. isn't it?
Your contact is someone you remember. You only know the name. You don't know how to get to them, and that's I
Of
think
course.
I think Drummer Boy's character Halfstack would certainly know where they are, but it's Dragoniac. They're definitely in the inner circle. Dragoniac's actually the what do you call the religious person for the wedding? Officiating.
Mm.
So definitely inner circle.
Yeah, with your bandmate though.
Yep.
Okay. Well, okay. Plans within plans and all that kind of stuff. First, we have a tent here with a dead person in it, and that's going to be a bad time for all involved because I'm sure they've got some kind of appointment. eventually. We also can't really leave without supplies, or we're all going to die on the way back. Even if we could take them back right now, we would need some food. And how many people are we talking about here?
There's 6.
I'm
Well,
going to
can
enter that into this amazing spreadsheet I have over here.
We could sell our polybody that we found last week.
Yeah.
And do we want to try to save this body that's on the ground? Like, I have a second heart we can stick in them.
I mean, if we have a good way to get them out of here, causing as little damage to this place as possible, that would probably be good, especially if you can do it relatively quickly.
I don't know if I want to rush that job.
I mean, if it breaks, whatever. We just mostly want it to not be here. I don't care about you and your rock god side investments here.
Look,
Eyes to the prize, man.
it's fair. We got to find that black gold.
If Halfstack hears you guys talking about like supplies and stuff, he'll just walk over to the van. Like on the side of the van, it's like a light show happening towards the moon, and the moon is hatching into this tentacled monster. He'll just like slide open the door, and there's like probably not a full supply stash. It can carry up to 24, but there's probably like 18 sacks of supplies.
That'd get us halfway back. So it's definitely a start.
Are you coming with us then?
Well, after this, I don't got anywhere to be.
Well, everyone has a place with Mother, but you could also come with us. I don't know what we're doing after we go back to Mother, though.
You guys pay for some supplies, we'll get you there. We got the witchcraft wagon, and I'll pat it twice.
All right, let's try and make this body happen.
Okay. I also have medical magics and machines that I can sell.
Well, I mean, if we can sell something that we just acquired, that would be an excellent way to go.
Also, it's a big body.
Would our new friends appreciate being a little bit of a help as far as distracting anybody who was trying to come? They work here anyways, or they worked here anyways. Would they be up for running interference, Eric?
I can magically lock the tent.
Yeah, but I don't want it to look like something weird is going on.
I mean, they're not trained to do that, you know?
To lie?
Yeah, at all. They wouldn't be very good at it. The one that introduced itself earlier is named Paprizio.
I'm gonna want that in chat for sure. Thank you.
Paprizio. And he's like, "I'm very sorry, but there is no way."
Has no problem. Do you happen to know if they had any appointments or schedule, or anybody that would be coming over in the near future? How quickly do we need to move from here?
No, it is getting late, and their meeting was cancelled. They had the evening free. They wanted to discuss matters with the others, the ones that you interrupted.
What matters?
Of the sexual matter.
Oh. That sounds unpleasant. Okay, well, I'm sure they didn't really seem that interested, so it was fine.
I think we'd all be totally fine taking you to the rebellion. But if we're all going to be alive when we get there, we're going to need food and water and that kind of stuff.
Is there food and water in this tent that we can take?
There you go.
That's a good question. Wanna loot the tent?
I do.
Yeah. Let's see here. So there is a diesel dwarf solar starter battery. Needs charging. Let's see here. How many supplies would... No, it looks pretty bare. There's only about three sacks of supplies in here. However,
Okay.
there's about 250 in cash.
I'm going to ask the slaves, where do they normally get fed?
We're at a barbecue.
There.
Wait, but if so, there was 18 sacks, and we got 3, so now we have 21 sacks, which means we have enough food.
We have 2 weeks of food, and we need
We have 2 weeks of no. We're just going back to the porcelain throne, yes?
Yeah.
Which is a 2-week journey.
Let's take it. I thought we were going to Last Sarai.
No, and we can't go back that way.
Anyway,
the way we
yeah.
went because we'll die.
Rockin'.
You couldn't drive, yeah, you wouldn't be able to. It would be really hard to drive the witch wagon, or the witchcraft wagon, with a K. Is that right?
Yeah, witchcraft with a K.
Yeah.
Nice.
The witchcraft wagon through the death facing passage. And
And like Halfstack will say that you don't want to go the other way. We lost 6 drummers that way.
How fast is the wagon?
it's
Slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's armored, it's tough.
Okay. So we need more food.
Sorry.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Logistics. No, you're right. You're right there. You're right there on top. So I'm not sure if we really do. That's going to end up with us.
So also, I now have advantage on hunting.
So we've got a little bit of a better time.
Um,
If we've got 250 in cash, it's like the problem is I really don't want to stay here any longer than we have to
yeah.
with something dead.
Yeah, and we also have the trail to the Colossus that we can stop and buy more food if we end up going so slowly that we need stuff.
That's all like nomads, right, Eric? We don't know if we're going to meet anybody over there.
It's very difficult. You'd have to look around.
Well,
Oh, thank you so much for all your generous support, y'all. Saragon and Grant.
we could probably find some more food to buy here, and then potentially.
Yeah, let's pack up. And while we pack up, who's the least suspicious one of us? Yeah, sure, Luckloin. Send you over somewhere and just be like you're cosplaying as some death metal headman.
Probably Halfstack.
Probably
half
half
stack.
stack.
Would you be up for doing this kind of stuff while we were packing everything up?
I've got to stick
Mad
around.
us and we murdered somebody.
I've got to stick around for the ceremony anyway. I got the lead singer of the band that I used to cart around, Harold Sky. He's getting hitched today.
Exciting. Today at sunset. Today, like now.
Dawn.
All
Yeah.
right. I think we can survive until dawn, right? We can figure that out.
Yeah, he's been meeting with the head officiate, Dragoniak, or whatever his name is.
Well, exciting for them. Congratulations and all that kind of stuff. And maybe 9 more sacks of food.
Not really. He's been married like 6 times already.
Oh, well, it's a party.
What happened to all of the other? Are they alive still?
Some of them.
Henry VIII.
I mean, I don't know. Is I guess polyamory, polygamy is like a thing.
It's also kind of like a
Probably.
band joke, of like the lead guitarist or the singer just getting married and divorced and married and divorced and married.
Okay. They could all still be, married, but it's fine. All just happy together. I don't know what the grass colossus feels about.
Paprizio whispers. Shh. I hear people approaching. And you definitely hear the sounds of stumbling footsteps, a pair, as they're coming towards the tent.
I guess I'll walk out to greet them. You're like, just stay here.
You can hear the sounds in their gyrating servos, and you can hear their voices even though drunken and slurry, no doubt speaking in the porcelain prince tongues, saying, you should help me. No, you should help me, idiot. And stop. And then they're like, clearly these two are fighting each other. It's like, get me out of you. You out of me. Yeah. And you can see that there's two drunk porcelain princes which are for drummer boy's sake. Imagine sort of Pope like looking figures with large only like black ceramic masks over their face, but the rest of their clothes are sort of like porcelain armor. And you can see some like foam, like metallic sort of servo body bits underneath the stuff. They're basically like robot bodies that share consciousnesses. However, these ones seem to be drunk out of their minds. It's only two of them. Normally you see packs of polybody princes in like 6 or more. So this is odd. And they seem to be fighting amongst each other. But they both have the sort of similar black masks representing that they're the same kind.
Do they look like they're going to cause us any trouble?
Yeah, you've seen these people before. They are troublemakers. You're not sure if it's true or not, but like they think that they're like, you've been here long enough that these are kind of like the scruffly types around your friend's wedding here. They're not sure if they were invited. They just kind of always been here, and they were coming here asking for help, which I think they've done plenty of times, which probably means to sleep, but it could also mean genuine help. Okay.
I'll just walk and be like,
they're dead drunk.
While this interaction is going on, we're trying to get that body to a place where it's not like all obvious in the middle of the room.
I mean, it's all splattered and servo bits. It's not like you can clean this.
Yeah, but these guys are
soon,
dead
right?
drunk. So
That's true.
I'm just mostly looking for...
You know, wrap them up in a
Just
carpet.
like a carpet just put over it.
There's
Mhm.
definitely a nice carpet in the middle here.
It brings the room together.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Andrew.
do you, however many you are, need help?
There's two of them.
Okay.
It's like,
Well, like polybody, I don't know how
yeah,
exactly.
right, exactly. But no, in this time, it's odd because there's only two. They show up like, get out of the way, dwarf. And they like try to like stumbly push you out of the way to get into the tent.
I was like, they're drunk, so I'm just gonna like stop them and like push them back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry, no entry.
We need the saffron. Move.
Saffron is indisposed at the moment.
You're indisposed. Get out of the way.
You.
I was just like, I'm being
They can't
a
be
little
reasoned
4'7".
with. They're so drunk, right?
I'm a 4'7" bouncer, then I'm just
I
gonna
know.
bounce them out of here.
Yeah. All right. Strength check to roll strength here. They're at roll at advantage because they're completely drunk and like can barely stand up. Right. But yeah, bounce them away.
Whoa! Oh God!
You have a 14 in strength and you still manage to fail with a 16 and 17.
With an advantage, yeah.
Right.
I think they're just slippery. They're like, then
I think yeah. I think what happens is maybe you hold one back while the other one like ends up slipping through. You know their names are Possum 5 and Possum 6. And let's say 5 slips in and you're like shit, and then and so everyone else they hear the sounds of footsteps as a polybody steps in, looks around, and goes, Where's Jerry? Slaves, tell me. I must get 6 out of my head.
He went to go do weird sex stuff with those other two ladies.
Which ones?
The really cool one with the hat.
Oh, come on. That's way too much of a question for a half drunk.
I don't.
Those
Yeah, I
ones
don't know.
over there.
He just
I've
sits
heard some
down.
drunk people have similar questions.
He just sits down like Indian squats. He's like, I'll wait.
Okay.
Here, let me
Sounds
read
good.
your hands.
and the other body stumbles through too. They apparently have overpowered the dwarf as they both, and the other one comes in. It's like, help me! Don't listen. That one's lying. He's in my. Well, I'm lying. He's in my head. Get him out.
Oh gosh.
Do this.
Hashtag is a bit of a sword fuge, so he's probably taking out Mockingbird right about now. You're like, I'll get him out of your head one way or another.
Oh, maybe.
No. Yeah, so I ask them how much money they have.
All sorts of bad plans.
Are you? So is someone doing that?
Lockloin's
Yeah,
sitting down in front
I
of
could
them,
possibly
reading
do
their
this.
hands. He's gonna do what he wants.
Let me see her palms. Let me touch her face. I can handle this.
They're dead broke.
Put him to
Dead
sleep.
bro.
They have a broken bottle of a vampire wine of a bad year.
Look.
Hey, Lockloin, put him to sleep.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan.
Yeah, do
It's
it.
like, all right, so we can do this since you
No,
only
just
have
do
the
it.
broken bottle.
Doc, you gotta help me. Use your dumb
No, yeah,
mono
because
body
you only.
tricks.
I
Get it.
I need you to
out of me.
stop talking. I need you to lay down, and we're gonna have to do this because you don't have any money. We got to do this the frugal way. Now I want you to look deep in my eyes. I know it's hard. There's no pupils.
Which
Please.
one? Which one? There's 4 of you.
Pick one.
No, they're all equally good. So
Polybody.
yeah, I'm gonna try to sleep these polybodies.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I gotta. Jeez. All right. You can do this.
Can you roll it?
They want to
before you
sleep
roll?
anyway,
I think
right?
they're- No, I think they're. I think you have to roll disadvantage because they are so drunk to get to influence their mind.
I think they're so drunk that they might be able
Have
to fall
advantage.
asleep easier.
You know,
This
I'm
is
just
tied
thinking
to
about
hit
that. Yeah, you're right.
That's-
You're trying to,
that's
never
where I'm
mind.
pushing.
Never mind. Yeah, that's the other way around. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I'm good for it. So we just
why
want to
you're
do a
the
straight
best,
roll
yeah.
or advantage?
Advantage. I
Cool.
was thinking about the other way around. It's definitely swings one way or the other.
You could argue.
I
either way.
succeeded. So here, now we get to see if they actually go to sleep. So I don't know how many hit
It does-
points they have. 9. So any creature nearby that I'm casting it on. So I'm trying to get both polybodies. So if they have fewer hit points than 9, they fall asleep.
I'm sorry, but you did not fall asleep.
Awesome.
Like-
They're still awake.
Your tricks didn't work. Give us the syringe. Stop.
Give him this.
All right.
Stop
Give him the
bleeding.
syringe, Lockloin.
Please, I cannot stand Possum 5 anymore. Get out of my head.
Are there what?
Just whatever's lying around.
Yeah, whatever's around, right? Is
Yeah,
there a
let me
syringe
see.
anywhere?
I'm going to make a cocktail
Yeah.
of random things, shake them up, and I'm
There's-
going to syringe them.
There's totally a cornucopia of syringes here, but you have no idea which ones are for what.
I'm just
I'm not
gonna
worried
grab
about
a syringe.
I want like 5.
Oh,
What does non-lethal combat look like in this game?
Like lethal combat.
If I knock out Possum 5, will he get out of Possum 6's head?
That's
You
a
don't
great
know how
question.
polybodies
Sounds
work.
like
That's a-
experimentation time.
Sounds like I'm swinging Mockingbird.
Okay. So as everyone is rummaging through the belongings of medical bags looking for the syringes, you take out Mockingbird and you bring it down. And you make you make an attack at advantage because they're like unconscious and ready for anything.
Which is attack here? Like
Strength?
spells and abilities or strength? Okay.
Yeah. And because you are a warrior, you can hit both of them
With advantage.
or hit one
Come on.
because you do the death dealer thing.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, totally. So deal your death. How do you divvy up your 3d6 or whatever?
I'm just trying to knock out Possum 5.
Okay. So roll your 3d6. Ooh, 17. Yeah. Boom. Dong.
So that was the
sounds
syringe on
like
the
a-
other one.
Sounds-
Is he out of your head?
Yeah, and the other one immediately collapses as the other body is knocked out.
All right. Get
Cool.
blood on them from
They're
this
passed out.
middle guy, and let's get out of here.
oh, yeah, we can make it look like they killed. Oh, perfect.
Are you gonna frame them?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. We are all guilty and we are all innocent.
It's gonna like a mockingbird on over one shoulder, dragging the leg of one of them with the other, just like drop it over the bloody patch on the ground.
Out.
Okay.
Grabbing that
Well, that's been taken
cash.
care of.
Gonna leave the bodies. Grabbing the sacks of supplies. We have enough for 3. It's getting dark out.
Oh, it's been dark.
Okay. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay. You all are gonna sneak out back to the
Yeah.
witchcraft wagon.
And we will take the newly freed with us if they're up for it.
Oh yeah, they absolutely are. They don't want to be here.
Rocking. To the van.
Yeah, I mean this is their chance for freedom, so they're absolutely taking it.
So the other big trick here is we were hoping for a couple more supplies, and you need to be at the wedding, and we'll leave post-wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming things go well.
Shh. Don't jinx us.
Yeah. Makes
Do we
sense.
want 30 sacks? Or do we want to just deal with what we have?
It's up to you.
We're at 21.
We're at 21.
We'll probably only need to do a forage once. We'll probably be okay otherwise.
You have a horse, right?
We've got a cart, yeah. But my horse on that path is going to be fine.
Yeah, because like the van can carry 24 sacks. We just need to make up the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
we got. So, do we want to buy 10 more sacks or 9 more sacks?
I think we want to avoid dealing with people if we can help it. So
Okay.
True.
Yeah, let's buy more sacks.
Wait, buying more sacks and avoiding people if you can help it. are
Oh,
opposite
sorry.
sides.
I thought you meant avoiding people on the road because you were like, it's bad.
Oh,
there-
got
nah,
it.
I don't mind. I don't mind people on the road. They don't know what's happening.
Okay. Well, you have to go see your friend, right? Dragon.
No, that's the officiator. My friend is the one getting married.
No, Vesh's friend, right? Your friend is a dragon, yes?
Yes, but I mean, we'll talk to him later. I have all sorts of time to deal with some black gold.
Black gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
chocolate.
You don't want to deal with that, friend.
My family sent me out here for it, and they're going to not be very happy with me if I can't come back with any. Need to make my investment pay.
You can do what you want, but it's the chocolate itself is mainly harmless. Getting it, dangerous.
Well, it won't be an issue for at least 4 weeks, the way things are going.
It's the van door slide in, and we're gonna
Hope
go
you
to
get some. Better hope you get some luck in those 4 weeks.
Truth.
cool. And then we're gonna go to break because then I guess we're gonna come pick up as you guys are driving back to the porcelain throne with a bunch of liberated slaves to help Mother's revolt. Through the Trail of the Colossus. So we'll see you all in about 5 minutes, y'all.
Rocking.
Cool. We're back. Welcome to the second part here of the Ultraviolet Grasslands. Yeah, so we're getting ready to head out. Although we do have a couple snags, I think, when it comes to how we're all getting out of here. We got. What?
I mean, if we're going slow, so we have lots of people and not enough vehicles for them all. But if our vehicles are already slow, we can just continue the walking pattern.
Right.
Okay. But I mean, my cart will carries 5 people. If the auto wagon is carrying all the goods and an extra set of people,
Yeah,
we might be able to get most of the people in stuff. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay. No, it's so everyone's like kind of like sitting on top of the wagon as it's going, stuff as it's okay.
Somebody can ride on Severa with me.
Loin raises their hand.
Okay.
That is a badass black stallion, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know you well enough to compliment you when we first met, but that's a badass horse.
Thank you. I caught her myself.
Nice. I painted the witchcraft wagon myself.
Oh, it's very nice.
What is the mural again? One more time.
It's if you guys have ever heard of like the moon facing fjord, it's like a surrealist version of that with a music festival happening on the fjord, and the moon is hatching, and a gigantic beast is hatching out of the moon.
Damn, murals are my aesthetic.
Right. Awesome. Cool. So then now we're going through the trail of the grass Colossus. The grass is growing here. It's very, very high. When people talk about the Ultraviolet Grasslands, this is a sea of grass. As you guys, long, not a lot of roads, just real long stretches of just super crisp flat land, then interspersed with some elevating up and down hills and terrain. Yeah, as you guys are traveling, first thing we do every time we move, we have to reduce our supplies, as everyone has to eat. There's 4 of you plus 6 liberated, 6 extra passengers, so that's a total of 10 supplies gets deducted.
Yep.
Assuming y'all are eating 4 rations.
So that's the 3 from the location, and then 7 more from the van.
Yeah.
Andrew, you got your van taken care of? I don't have them yet on a sheet.
Excuse me. Okay.
I just have the van in notes. Like I don't have any ticks or anything like that.
All right. So you had how many sacks of supplies?
I had 18 of 24.
Okay.
These
You
are
had 18.
So your sacks. Very
You
generous.
now have 11. What a nice guy.
Yep.
Rocking.
Cool. So the next
on the road, you got to look out for people. You know.
Since it's your van, I think, and you're a guest here, I think it's fair that you roll the misfortune roll for us.
Okay.
It's a charisma test.
Charisma is not a good test for me. Yeah, success.
Hey, you succeed. So you avoid any misfortunes for the first week going through them. Then the last thing to do is just an encounter, which I've already done. Right. The most direct path down the trail of the Colossus is not the safest. Up ahead, you can see sort of going your way, or going towards you is the site of a massive hill that is currently undergoing pulsating energies and seems to be growing limbs and tails. Think of like a stegosaurus like fin back on it as well. This is what's known as a Lamarckian monstrosity. It is just lumbering towards you, not directly at you, but it seems to be just like a giant behemoth is just going your direction. You can either go near it and keep going here, or you all can take a wide berth around this thing and just add 2 days to the extra 1d4 days that you're going by taking it slow.
I'm okay with slow if people are okay with it, unless somebody wants to just book it.
Does if going near it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna attack us?
Nope, just
No.
a risk.
Just a
But
risk.
It does pulsate. It pulsates with creative energies.
Oh, that sounds bad.
So does Lockloin.
True.
I'm an art.
And destructive energies too. We just cancel each other out. I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to y'all.
This is by far the largest creature you've ever seen.
Hmm.
Let's say if it was just like the four of us, but we got
Yeah, we got lots of people. I don't.
Risking myself is fine. Risking other people is not cool with me.
To better color this picture, if you don't mind, a Lamarckian monstrosity form is ever going and ever growing and ever changing. It's like imagine a pretty slow process, but obviously much faster than nature's form of like evolution from like tadpole to frog to lizard to bird kind of and then kind of like and back down. So it's currently going through the like leaving the water into land type creature as the bulb kind of emerges as the head, and you see this Stegodon kind of back of it as it begins to morph into what looks to be more like a lizard like a creature as it breaks through the earth.
We can just go around. That's fine.
So like grab the faders and push all the faders up, or like push the faders on the right up so it'll turn right.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I like that a lot.
Blasting like the slowest sludge metal I can.
I wish I
I have to know, Lockloin, are you sitting in the front of the horse or the back of the horse?
The back of the horse.
Oh, okay.
Little.
Makes sense.
don't have the sludge required for this. It's very difficult to acquire.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I looked a lot at royalty and free music for sludge. Difficult.
Yeah, there's a few bands on Bandcamp that have like 35-minute songs with literally 3 chords in them. Like,
Yeah.
not 3 chords repeated, 3 chords, period.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, for a long time.
The stuff.
Sustaining pedals and all this other audio bullshit.
Okay, so we're going to take a large detour around the Lamarckian monstrosity. So who is... You're driving, Andrew, so I guess it'd be fair for you to say, can you roll a d4 for me? This is just the additional days it takes for a slow pace.
Sure.
3.
Another
And
3 days.
cool. So in general, you're adding an additional 3 days to your journey, but the +2, you're at 5.
No.
If that takes over to 7, obviously you have to eat more food. But other than that, yeah, you're able to avoid the Lamarckian monstrosity and carry on.
I think he's just enjoying the tunes and like enjoying the road.
Yeah.
Because Halfstock's got a very short fuse. Like you saw earlier, his fuse is very short. But driving out in the wilds is like the most chill, calm thing. He like that's what he lives for, basically.
Being a roadie.
Just wandering. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you share any stories as you're like going, or like when you guys all camp out at night underneath the hazy sky, about like your band members or anyone else? Does anyone like share stories with one another, or is it kind of pretty quiet?
I'll ask if they want to know the story behind the mural.
Yeah, we want to hear the story behind the mural.
So it's probably like, it was a while ago, touring with this band. And in the middle of, or like near the end of the set, the lead singer had like a drug-fueled fugue state, like vision of building like basically Woodstock on the fjord facing the moon. And like having like gathering all these people of different beliefs and whatever to this place. And on the final note of the final band of the weekend, the moon cracks open, like purple red bloody smoke dashes into the sea, and this creature comes forth and ends everything. And their band was called the Heralds of the Apocalypse. It never happened, but drummers kept dying. Bass players kept on not showing up to practice. Lead singer kept on getting married and divorced. So, and musicians very rarely finish what they say what they're going to do. So it hasn't happened yet.
Too real, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag called out.
Deep cut. Lovely. Okay. Does anyone share any stories in return?
Okay, go ahead.
No, go please.
Lochloin tells the story that his father used to tell him, and his mother as well, about a sweet boy from a poor family that dreamed of finding one of 5 golden tickets inside a candy bar, and it would allow him to go to this eccentric candy maker's magical factory. One after another, these tickets were found by ghastly children, but one day that lad found a ticket, and all of his dreams came true.
Oh.
Sounds made up.
It was. No. What a liar mom turned out to be.
Naterna.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Naterna would tell stories about I don't know, boring parties she went to when she was a non-exiled noble. And about I don't know, if people were interested in why she left, she would talk about why she left and how she met Mother.
Hit it.
Oh, well, you see, I was walking down the street, and I was wearing the wrong dress, and it caused a big scandal, and so my family disowned me. And I didn't know where to go, but then I met Mother, and Mother didn't judge me. Mother thought my dress was lovely, and so I started talking to Mother, and my family said that it was okay. They put me back in the will. They disowned me and put me back in the will pretty regularly, but they had a problem with Mother, and I'm not sure why, because Mother is really lovely. But they said that I had to choose between the family and Mother, and I chose Mother. It's not a very interesting story, but I mean.
No, it's relatable. That's like me and the road. I haven't seen my family in 30 years.
Oh. Well, it's not been that long for me, but my family's kind of terrible. I mean, they like to disown me for fun, so.
It sounds like you're better off then.
Mother's wonderful. Wait till you meet them.
Cool.
That's awesome. Cool.
Little early in the relationship to be meeting your parents again. What?
Well,
Lochloin, you helped Mother out so much. Mother has spoken very highly of you.
What has she? What have they said?
Well, they talk about that blessed soul that brought you back, that brought me back, and they said that you are now closer to greatness. Yes, they think they like you very much, and I'm sure they'll be happy to see you again. I know I was happy to see you again.
Well, I'm grateful for that, Naterna. our time apart was a complicated and tumultuous time for me, and it was wonderful that we were reunited. And your mother is great, from their large hands to their deep baritone voice to the strong, vibrant heart that beats in their chest. And I am, in fact, closer to greatness, and I continue to work on the project that is Lochloin a little bit every day. The worst part about this is as the sun sets and it's dark, Lochloin can see everything perfectly. It's because of my curse. It's like I just have perfect dark vision. Oh. Monsters. Yeah.
Things you don't want to see in the grasslands. Cool.
I'll point to the other dwarf and be like, "What's your story? I haven't seen one of my own kind in forever."
I mean, same as everybody's, really. Grew up reading economics textbooks with my family. The one about the three little pigs and the macroeconomics of stone versus wood. It's one of my favorite bedtime stories growing up. And sent out here to make my fortune somehow.
So you're a hill dwarf then.
I mean, we prefer some other term that I can't think of on the spot, but yes. I speak some of the old language, and it just echoes across the plains.
You still got some rock in you.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it.
Do you still speak the old language? Or has it been too long?
I think that's like, there are songs that he remembers from the old language.
Yeah.
But most of them just make him feel like, because he hasn't been home for a reason. They just make him feel like some of them are comforting. Some of them are like when he's feeling down on himself, and like listening to sad songs when you have a breakup. It's one like that vibe.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that makes sense. Comfort. Do you ever play when they break? Like, do you ever like shred?
Yeah, Mockingbird is an axe in both senses of the word.
Right. Like, have we heard you shred?
No.
Why? Why do you keep it a secret? In fact, let's put this into context. I think some of the travelers will ask you this. We cannot help but notice this mockingbird, a tool of liberation, also a tool of music. Yet you do not play it that way. You handle it well, but do not play. Why is that?
It stopped being a source of joy a while ago. Now it only brings death.
Aye. Old mockingbird. It has been a long time, but you know some of the chords of shred. Will you let him play your axe?
I think Halfstack believes it's too dangerous. Like in the wrong hands, this is too dangerous. He can control the destructive power of Mockingbird. You can't guarantee that this plebeian shredder can do it.
Oh, okay. You judge me unworthy. He eyes you down. Let me prove it to you. He doubles down again.
Lockhorn slides on a pair of finger cymbals just in case he's got to join in. Garage band battle. Come on, let's do this.
I see that this thing causes you great pain, yet also a source of love and strength. Let me mend some of that pain.
If you kill anyone, it's not my fault. I'll shove it.
Cool. Yeah. Looks at it. There's a loud sound of feedback, right? As it kicks into the amp. And then it's just like Yeah, and just begins to like just casually play. And I leave it up to you all if it's like if it's mending to your hearts or not, or if it's just mediocre and there's no more metal that can warm your heart here.
That was very good.
Thank you. It is an old song of our people.
Oh, who are your people?
The real answer is when.
Well, when are your people?
Are you familiar with the serpent?
Am I?
No.
No.
The story that they won't tell you from the Blue Land.
They don't tell me much of anything in the Blue Lands. We don't like history there.
It's an elvish tune. That's all he says.
Oh.
It's not a good thing. Elves are considered very weak, bad.
I mean, so are Blue Landers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
just like us, definitely.
If he hands the guitar back, I'll be like, not bad. I'll like fiddle with like the pickup position and the tone and volume knobs.
Yeah.
Give one quick power chord and choke it out really fast, and off in the distance, like a small like
explosion.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Maybe
Yeah.
There's just like all of the orange wearing travelers and stuff is look at you and they just look like like in unison.
Maybe it only causes pain and destruction for me. Who knows? It would make sense looking back on my life. That's a story for another day.
Well, we have many days to go.
Your life will be better once you meet Mother. Everybody's life is better once they meet Mother.
I mean, look at me. I have blank eyeballs. Everything around me rots away. 2 beating hearts.
Aren't you the most cursed individual? Never mind.
Cool. So let's keep it moving. We gotta keep our journey going then. As we sort of wrap there. Yeah. So en route, someone else makes this navigation check for us.
Navigation or
misfortune. I'm sorry, misfortune.
I think I'm up on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lochloin.
So Lochloin has a charisma of 5, which means I need a 4 or less.
Which you
I
got.
believe it.
I think the last time you were on track here, I think you actually succeeded.
Yeah.
Memory serves.
If memory serves me right, I succeed.
Oh, sorry, I had the thing off. Oh my god.
Nice.
Lochloin rides, nuzzling Naterna, and just like, don't worry, we're safe.
Cool. Can you also roll a d4 for me?
Oh,
The extra days for the journey.
Oh, the extra days.
Oh
Fun.
my god, it's 6 days instead of 7. So when you make it in, you won't have delayed. Oh my god, you are God, Lochloin.
Well, I was healed today, this week.
Yeah. The mending power of metal. Cool. So you don't have to deduct 2 sacks, just 1 sack for each person because we haven't lost a week.
Down to 1.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh, here
then-
comes the pipes. Sorry, I'm gonna mute.
Oh, sure. Cool. And add something here. Yes. Cool. You guys come across the ruins of yet another polybody, one of their porcelain crawlers. This one looks a little bit smaller, or a lot smaller than the one that you all left under the rain from. This one looks to be a two-legged, looks to be almost like a pleasure cruiser, as opposed to, say, a great porcelain farming or hunter type vessel. This one's like a pleasure craft that seems to have crashed and it's kind of like blown up and skidded off into, the huge wreck. It seems relatively fresh,
Salvageable.
possibly.
So fixing this thing means that we're going to need 9 more bags of food. What are people up for?
Like, you want to fix the thing?
Okay,
Or-
I'm sorry. When you said salvageable, the craft
We can-
isn't salvageable, but there's salvage within the wreckage.
We can tear it apart and get good, useful materials, but it's going to end up needing serious forage. Or do we curse our luck and continue on?
I think we have like a lot of people who like want to be with Mother.
I
hear
think
she's phenomenal.
we're going to keep moving then, Eric.
Okay. We shun profit. And
I mean, that's the dwarven way, right?
cool. And then we will make it to the porcelain throne. So since where we previously were at with the porcelain throne, things have changed considerably. Around the porcelain throne, which is sort of a giant hill with a lot of all kind of not quite skyscrapers, but many level sort of apartments, and it's like basically a big city on a hill. On top of the hill is a giant metal horn symbol made out of stone. It's surrounded by sort of a broken ring from long ago, and scattered around this giant ring are large sort of death rays. But coming here, the index finger of the horns has been broken. It looks like it's been seared off. A lot of the countryside around here seems to be burnt. Signs of large conflict. Several fallen porcelain walkers also litter around here. Clearly, the vessel that you're going to, it looks like it sped off from here and was shot by one of these heat beams. It seems to be that, so you come into what looks to be like a siege, as you can see some forces, non-porcelain, kind of surrounding the high top held by the powers as is. It looks to be that the death rays surrounding it have also all taken damage, and either deactivated, have crumbled, or are inoperable currently.
Mother's been very busy. Well, we should find them.
Right. You come into what is effectively a war zone, through ruined buildings, old row houses used for holding and housing all of the slaves. Has all been kind of like broken up. Everyone is kind of trying to figure out a way to get in through these large doors that have been sort of sealed with sort of magical stuff around it, and no one else has found a way to actually like break this final bastion of the princess. And so this is where you'll find Mother in sort of like the command tent for this. Mother is in I think since now they are sort of wearing like porcelain Death Knight armor. All around them, like in the middle of their war tent is just basically like it's like black earth. Just all around them is just exudes the aura and essence of the rot god.
Mother.
Yeah.
This is your mom.
Yeah. the mat, like she's still like wearing a big huge porcelain skull mask, and like takes it off, and he smiles because it's an old body, this old muscular guy, and takes it off and says, "Honey, come to mother," and he just waddles over there to you, like even like they're in the middle of like a strategic session. Like, but sir, not now. And then he comes and let us embrace.
Oh, okay. She'll like embrace Mother.
Yeah.
Mother.
Hashtag would like smell his stogie to make sure he didn't lace it with anything earlier.
No.
Like,
she is or Mother is a rot god blasphemont.
what does that mean?
Bad. That is an undead warlord.
Great.
Bent on reconquering and recreating the empire of the Blue Lands, and proclaiming the death and rot that should exist. It's like, come,
Okay.
can I offer? And you all look very parched from your journeys. Can I offer you some yogurt, some cheeses?
Mother, I've brought you slaves to join the fight, not to be slaves.
Is it the stringy kind of cheese?
Of course, we have string cheese, and we throw you some string.
Oh,
cheese.
hell yeah! It's like-
Good. She thinks not just the 6, but all of you are part of the group. Wow, 9.
Oh, no,
Wait.
just 6.
I'm sorry, 1 second. And she looks it over, and it's Loch Loin. Right? And Loch Loin, you you are like dead set, like eyes of Mother are right on you. She stops talking to Naturna as they just walk right up to you. They're like, the chosen one.
Put out my hand.
I'm saying she, but I'm gonna just flip around pronouns all the time for Mother.
Yeah.
They just French kiss your hand, suck on your fingers, and they're like, "Oh,
I'm gonna allow it.
yeah, bless me."
All right. May I? Everybody hold hands.
You're not sure if for everyone else, you're not sure if you want in on this.
Yeah, that's going to be a definite no. No for me, dog.
I've already got like 6 string cheese in my mouth and 2 in like one each hand. I'm like, hands are busy.
See, I
Dearest-
told you Mother likes you.
I'm going to cast Bless on Mother.
Literally?
Yeah,
Okay.
because why not? You give Mother what she asked for. Mother knows best.
Have we seen you bless?
You've certainly heard me curse. But no, you haven't. So the way it looks is the 9 tentacles of my crown start to wave and do that thing they do where they're kind of grasping and probing and groping about. My blank eyeballs go from white to black. And the sacred writ of tax law is held high in one hand, and the skin on my pointer finger peels back, so you just see my bone. I'm necromantic. And then that bone will bless. Or this will go horribly wrong, and I'll end up with yet another curse, bringing me up to 6.
Let's see.
Failure!
Okay.
It would only bring you to 5 curses because you healed 1. So
Roll a D100.
Oh, you're right. We healed 1.
yeah.
Back to 5. 44.
Okay. 44. I don't have the page open for.
I'm pretty close to it, I think.
It's there's a thing for magic.
Yeah. It's hard. It's not in a good spot. It's.
I found it. Here we go. 40. What'd you say? 44.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Anything made of paper screams at you for 1d6 minutes.
Oh no, my tax law.
Your tax law begins to scream, and begins to utter in the language of the Blue Lands, as your tax law papers are corrupted into rot god blessings.
There's a box in the van full of all my stogies and cigarettes and joints and stuff, just like screaming.
Yeah, your whole van is just screaming. All of the war paperwork is all screaming in the blessing rot god. It just sounds like I imagine it sounds like Mongolian throat singing.
I'm very familiar with that.
So are we talking 6 minutes today and then another 6 minutes tomorrow, or
No, just now as it's blessed. But however, Lochloin, any vestiges of paperwork or anything of your law has been now transformed, raised above out of its legal tender into scripts for the rock god.
Yeah, and essentially, okay, scripts for the rock god. I was going to be like, behold, your blessing, and point to the disintegrated ashen heap for Mother, and take this, apply it to thy tongue, and be whole.
Mother eats it.
Thank you, Mother.
Sustenance.
A delicacy.
They lick their fingers. That's what we needed for the war effort.
You know it.
These heretics, we will burn them all. We have forced them. They're on their ropes. All they have is high top. Will you join us?
Kind of looking back to Vesh, looking at Naterna, looking to Vesh. Do I join? I'm the chosen one. Do I join?
You do you, man.
I'm a Vesh now. Honorary.
Yeah, I mean, you'll give up your investment if you join another cause. That's
yeah.
Mother, you must prove thy worth.
You don't want to help Mother?
I want to help Mother, but first Mother must help herself.
What do you mean?
Why are you doing this to me? My best friend and my would-be sweetheart have come.
It's all right. I understand. You've only just met me, and you've been traveling with Vesh for so long.
This Vesh has my green brick. All my things.
I mean, I can divest you if you need to be divested.
I can't turn my back on Vesh.
I understand. You're loyal to your life without Mother, and that's all right.
No, child, it is not all right. She cuts you off.
Oh, I thought you were going to say cut off my head. I was like, he's going to say cut off my head.
Oh.
Eric's going to have my head cut off, and then it was.
No. What is not rotten must be expunged. And she's going to begin to try to channel and basically rip that part of your soul out of you.
What? No.
My rotten part or my non-rotten?
Not the non-rotten parts. So
the Vesh part.
Yeah, the Vesh parts.
Oh, no, Mother. You shouldn't come on so strong.
Silence, she says as she's like holding up her hand and it's like begins. You can see in her hand there's some sort of like ritual scar in the middle of it, and that's what's like getting like it's basically it looks like the Mad Max skull with like the spikes and circle around it, but like seared like a brand in their hand, and it's like lighting up bright red like it's metal, and it's holding their hand out wide like this as you can see like the lights like of each of the parts as it's channeling its power before the words of power are spoken.
Mother, you yelled at me. You
Enough,
promised me,
child.
You promised me that you would never treat me that way.
Looks like, not now. And
So
she
we're gonna
begins to
bring-
utter the words.
Are we gonna bring the heroic sacrifice here? Is that the general plan?
Whoa, yeah, and she begins to utter the words, and like it's gonna basically like a necrotic green beam is getting ready, like assembled.
No,
into
she's
their hand.
gonna throw a temper tantrum and shake her mother. Mother!
Not now, and she's like holding you back. Yeah, make a. I guess it sounds like some kind of test, right?
Yeah.
What does success look like here? What are you trying to do?
Success looks like she pays attention to me and stops doing what she's doing.
Great. And then has a clear what failure means here.
Vesh is pulling out his knife, by the way.
Yeah. That's a very
It looks
clear
like
point of
we're
failure.
getting down. Mockingbird's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to charm Mother if possible. I have the charm spell.
Okay. Well, let's resolve Naturna's test first, and then we'll do initiative.
All right. What kind of test am I making?
You're trying to grab them, so it probably sounds like physical, sounds strength.
Okay. Could it be charisma because I'm trying to like I'm trying to like gauge, like her love for me.
Yeah, I can see it being charisma.
Awesome.
So less grabbing them and more like pay attention to me
Yeah.
as your kid. Sure. Okay.
She's like crying a little bit.
Okay. Well, the spell will go off. It doesn't go off at you as you succeed. As part of the success. So, can you roll for me a 1, 2, 3, 9? Can you roll a d12 for me?
Okay. 3.
Cool. That's Loch Loin.
I knew it.
Loch Loin, can you make a dexterity test for me, please?
Failure. Critical fail.
Loch
Or
Loin,
19.
yeah. Loch Loin's soul, part of it is as you have your attention, he's like, "What?" And like, as it like the residual energy like goes off, and she's like tries to move it away, but it just gets into Loch Loin. Now my dogs are fighting it behind me.
Wait, but I wanted her to stop doing that. Like
This
that.
is she stopped the full blast, but now he's going to take damage. It's because it's like a full, like the beam was already charged. That energy has to go somewhere.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And so if you would have rolled a 9, 10, 11, or 12, it would just hit the tent. Anything but Drummer Boy was 1, Adam was 2, and Loch Loin was 3.
No. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Grant.
I mean,
you might not die.
It's poetic.
He might not die.
10 points of damage.
Goodbye, world.
Yeah.
I'm at -3.
Okay. So I think your soul, fictionally from the spell, is basically like an enervate as you are hit by it. Where does it hit you? Because it's like a glancing blow, right?
So,
But it's still fatal.
yeah, here's how I imagine.
It's out of the action, right?
I think we'll see. This is magic, from a mother. I think it actually goes like right through me, and you can kind of see a hole that went through one half of both my hearts. So both hearts are broken.
Oh my god, that's exactly what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, and you collapse. You're going to die, but you're not dead yet.
I was going to say, can I play the dead man's hand?
Totally.
Final action as I fight. I pull out a slip of paper that was screaming at me a minute ago, and it has Naturna's name on it, and I just fall backwards, and my lifeless eyes go dark.
Look what you made me do. What? This is your fault.
like go over to
Right, yeah.
Lockloin.
Yeah,
You
go
take
to
the
go to
note?
your friend. I did them a favor. You'll thank me later when you're older. He's not being very comforting.
At this point, Halfstack is like climbed up on the roof of
This
the
is
back
weird.
of the van.
Yeah, this is a weird time.
Yeah, he's just like climbing up in the back of the van and was like, "Well, time to play again." It's just like grabs a patch cord, plugs it into the top of the van. The side with the non-mural falls open, and there's just like speakers,
Yeah,
racks and racks
yeah,
of speakers.
totally.
I'm like, yeah.
Cool. Make a rock test, which I imagine is what, I don't know, your best stat.
Dex or charisma?
Yeah.
Probably
For sure.
strength.
Yeah, strength maybe. I like it.
Strength is
Yeah.
my best, so I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, Lockloin, you are dead and not out of action from the spell.
If I'm using my van as an amplifier, can I get advantage?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you're like using your, like, the reason why you're able to do this and stuff like that is through the van, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we see like the battle wagon version with a bunch of speakers out, and you're on top, and you just, yeah. This will give you an opportunity for everyone to escape.
Yep.
And that is what that's what you have done. You stun the tent. Mother gets flown back. There's this a huge sound wave, and explosion happens around, and everyone else in the party is like okay right here from the way that you make the blast wave hit. You're master of acoustics,
Yeah.
right? And
It's
so you're
like
all
this-
there as the dust is clearing around. This is your chance to escape.
It's just a face melting solo.
Yeah, totally.
We established earlier that things explode when I play a chord. A solo is pretty.
I
Just,
I take Lockloin's body
Yes.
and the note, and I run.
Well, like the van is open, so like
Yeah.
you can stuff it in the van.
you start the van as everyone's like leave, you know.
Yeah.
I take the note though. But yeah, I just put Lockloin's body in and get on
I don't know if
Severa and ride away.
Yeah, I don't know if you want that body. That rotting god has some claims to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have a polybody clone that is viable
Yes.
hanging out. It's a shame we don't have a totally awesome necromancer lawyer that could help us do
No,
that.
but you know what we do have is some money, and we can go to the Lasserai.
So what I'm saying is there's a chance.
Yeah.
Then we go, yeah. Cool. So then the door slams shut, and you all haul ass out of there, leaving.
I have a sad look over my shoulder on Severa at like Mother, and it's like just like crying. You can't see it because I'm wearing my mask, but you can hear it.
And inside the van, like all like the audio meters are hitting the red. It's like redlining.
It's like making like a buffer as you guys are like driving through the army like away.
Yeah.
And and then we'll close out tonight with a scene back at Mother as they're like getting up and like putting on like, you know, adjusting their armor again and putting on that helmet. And all they say is like, do yourselves a favor, don't have children. And that's gonna be that's gonna wrap up tonight as you guys are probably heading off to Lasserai. Damn.
Rocking.
I'm so sorry, Greg.
All right. You know
I
what
tried
that
to
note said?
save you and I succeeded and I killed you anyway.
That note said, "Do you like me? Circle yes or no." And I was saving it for the next rest. I was going to give you that note.
You gotta go see Miracle Max.
Yeah. Miracle Max exists. Max exists, and then they're in the Lasserai. Remember the buried delicatessen?
Yeah.
That's the
I'm-
place to go. You got the
Right.
body.
The ride away from the porcelain throne and towards the Lasserai totally has the chain playing.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac, the chain.
God damn. Awesome. Good game, everybody.
Oh man.
Oh, that's so good. would like to let's go around and do some outros here. Adam.
Oh gosh. Yo, I'm Adam. Hackerblinks.bandcamp.com is where I put my music because I make music on occasion. And this is the way more interesting thing that I do. So this is the cooler thing, and you already know where to find it. So how about you, Lauren?
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm JL_Nice Girl on Twitter. I play games on the internet with my friends, and I sing opera sometimes, and that's me. So you can go on my Twitter. I have a pinned tweet where you can see my schedule. There are some more announcements being made, but if you want to see me play games, you can do that. And if you want to see Grant and I do more tragic romantic bullshit, you should go to my twitch.tv/starvingsoubrette Monday night, and we're gonna play Starcrossed as part of our ongoing romantic and fantasy anthology series, Half Sick of Shadows. So do that.
Oh dang, awesome.
Grant.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Grant. I'm an independent content creator for tabletop role-playing games. You can find some of my stuff on the DM's Guild. A lot of it's published through 2C Gaming. I just finished an assignment for Monty Cook Games, so I'll be featured in the next Invisible Sun book. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/GrantREllis, which we use to pay players in the live shows that I produce. So I'm a 100% pass-through entity to make sure that our players get taken care of. And you can catch me on WebDM, where I'm the Twitch producer. I'm the tabletop event director of GexCon in Northern Virginia. And if you see me at any conventions throughout the summer, Gen Con, PAX West, or PAX Unplugged later in the year, I think I might even be at Origins. Right now I'm double booked for both Origins and Games for Change in New York City. I'll be at one or the other. That should be resolved this week. But say hi. I'd love to say hi to you.
Cool. I'm Drummer Boy. You can find my music if you know of roleplay at all. I do most of their music. Half of it is on my Spotify. If you type in Drummer Boy, if you type in Drummer Boy on Google, I've got one of those cool little, like, you know how musicians get like there's those little side information panels. I have one of those now, so you can. Those. I like Spotify or iTunes or Google, or if you talk to one of the robot voices that are available today and ask them to play some of my music, it probably will, which is kind of cool. I do the music for roleplay, as I mentioned. Most of the Roll20 Twitch content uses my music. And I'm the sound designer at nerdordie.com. So if you're a streamer and you're looking for a cheap way to get your stream looking pretty snazzy with all like animated alerts and cool transitions and stuff, check out nerdordie.com.
Cool. And then that leads me. I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris everywhere. This has been episode 6 of the Ultraviolet Grasslands. I'll be back next week, continuing on this shit. Grant has already said he's cool with the death stuff. I mean, it was basically like I'm not sure what spell it would be. You know, it's like just like a power word kill equivalent, right? Of like ripping out part of your soul. Yeah, pretty brutal. People were. Islington was saying how it could be a big bad, maybe just an evil faction for sure. We'll definitely have to keep playing to find out what's going on there. So we'll be back next week, next Tuesday, same ultraviolet time, same ultraviolet place. Thank you all so much. The VODs will be up probably tomorrow on YouTube. Look for that there. And anyways, thank you so much, chat. Thank you so much, Grant, Kika, everyone who supported me tonight. Seriously, thank you so much for all the cheers and everything. That's very kind of you. It's very generous. Yeah, so that's it. Good night, everybody.